Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Taraji P Henson. She is making the headlines because she did an interview. This was a Sirius XM radio town hall with Gayle King, and she got emotional talking about, the difference in pay, especially for black women in Hollywood and in this industry. And she was trying to explain that people assume that because, they see her in all these movies or they announce these deals, like how much somebody is getting paid. Like, for instance, say that they sign somebody, they sign Taraji to a role and she's getting paid $10 million. Right? So, but she said, and she broke it down, and this kind of reminds me of what Left Eye broke down on Behind the Music several years ago. And that was, say she gets paid $10 million for a movie. Say that's what they announced to the press, right? That Taraji signs $10 million for this upcoming movie, right? Taraji says, before even Uncle Sam's cut, 30% of that 10 million is going to her team, is going to, the hairstylist, the makeup artist, the PR person, the lawyer, the agent, and whoever else, assistant, whoever else is on that team, that is a part of the process of promoting Taraji, of getting Taraji roles. And she's also a member, as you know, of the Actors Guild. So all of that is under that umbrella, you guys. And so then she said, furthermore, Uncle Sam takes, 50% of whatever the gross is. And then you still have further division. So by the time you get down to whatever your cut is, it's not 10 million, right? And it's not even 5 million, right? It's even significantly less than that. So I felt a certain type of way, like listening to this and hearing how emotional Taraji was being about this, because you think of how many male actors, and this includes even in Black Hollywood, how you can be 70, 80, 90, 100 years old as a male actor, and you can, look any kind of way, be in any kind of shape or out of shape or whatever, and still get opportunities, still get movie roles, still get opportunities to be on the screen, be in commercials, do all these things. But as we know, there is a cutoff when it comes to women, but more specifically black women, where they say, okay, well, once you reach this age, once you, become, 50 years old or whatever, you're going to be limited on what you can do. Or you can be limited on what roles you can take and all of this. And then you start to see the decrease in opportunities as they're trying to usher in more younger talent that they don't have to pay as much as an established Oscar-nominated actress, right? But it's unfortunate that Taraji has been in the game so long. I was looking through her IMDb credits, and she has not taken a break. There's at least like 2 projects a year at minimum that is being released. So she definitely is a workhorse, and any type of project, any type of TV show or movie can be months on set, can be an entire year on set, depending on how big the movie is. So you do not have that much time, outside of that to be with your loved ones and to really enjoy a quality of life. We'll see these people, flex on Instagram and social media, their mansions and their nice cars and all of that. But when do you get to enjoy it if you have to work like this? And Taraji even said also in the sit down with Gayle King that she almost didn't take the role for The Color Purple because the money was not even right for that. And it's funny and it's interesting that this is coming up again, because this is what Monique exposed with Oprah for Precious. So Oprah, I believe, is like either the executive producer or something for this Color Purple. But remember, Monique exposed there was issues with the pay even then for Precious. And remember, they didn't want to pay Monique. But at that point, that was an independent film. But even still, they didn't want to cut her any cash to do all of this promo across the country to promote Precious. Even though there was already Oscar buzz regarding her role, she basically had to fund stuff herself and was not getting any type of reimbursement or anything to go to all of these, interviews and talk shows and all of the things. So there were some things that she turned down because they weren't paying for it. So I find it interesting that Taraji is having this conversation with billionaire Oprah's best friend Gail, that even if Gail didn't have anything, Oprah would take care of her for the rest of her life because that's her best friend, right? And she has the means to do so. But when it comes to Oprah, once again, we are still hearing that even though she fought hard for certain people to be in this movie, and then even people she didn't fight for had to still audition for this movie that were already established actors and actresses, that there's still an issue with the pay. That Taraji almost didn't accept this role because there was still an issue with the pay. So I don't know if that fell at the hands of Warner Brothers or if Oprah was a part of that or how all of that works. But it is very weird that once again, Oprah is a part of these movies and we are hearing issues with discrepancies in pay. I just want to point that out, right? That you want to promote, black culture this, black culture that, but behind the scenes, with how emotional Taraji P Henson just was, it doesn't sound like everything's on the up and up. Now, I'm not suggesting that she personally has any beef with Oprah. I do think Whoopi and Oprah have some interesting beef because Whoopi is nowhere to be found in this Color Purple press tour, and she was the one who some argue stole the show, the first go around. So there's a lot of layers and there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that we do not even know. But I just want to send well wishes and thoughts and prayers to Taraji P Henson and to anybody who deals with this, right? Because it's not just, specific to acting, right? To actors. And as we know, they're just now also coming out from, the writer's strike and everything else. But this is everyday life, you guys. This is whether you're in, sales or IT or healthcare. This happens quite a bit, these discrepancies in pay. And specifically with black women, right? And you feel like you have to work all these jobs or that you have to, be a workhorse basically just to continue to put food on the table, to continue to maintain your bills. And it's crazy because there's so many, in comparison to Raji, there's so many white actors and actresses who can, take years off at a time from doing a movie or doing a TV show or whatever. You may not see, like even let's take Julia Roberts, for example. I haven't seen her in forever. And she now has a new movie that is out on Netflix. So it's examples like that to where you don't see, as many, once these actors, especially these white actors, get elders and become up in age, you don't see them working as workhorses, right? They may put out a project or two a year or every couple of years or so, but they weren't doing, back-to-back movies and TV shows and everything else like they were in their younger years. But it seems for the black actresses, either we're not going to see them at all, or we're going to see them very limited in projects, and that is something that needs to be addressed. That is something that needs to be fixed, because I don't foresee this getting better, right? Because unless you are a breakout star, like a Zendaya or somebody, to where they're just going to throw the money at you no matter what because they're going to want to push you, that's not going to be the same thing once you start getting in your 40s and 50s and up, right? They're going to start to look at you differently and put you in a certain box of what society is trying to push and what society is trying to say has, quote unquote, the appropriate age to do X, Y, and Z, and start to limit your opportunities. And so you have to stay, that's why multiple streams of income is so important, because you just never know when your main source of income can become limited, or you can unexpectedly lose a job or unexpectedly be unemployed for an extended period of time and you get laid off for an extended period of time. You truly do not know, you guys, no matter how overqualified you are. So this is just another reminder that even some of the struggles that we experience on a daily basis in our careers and our education and our, career goals and all of the things that, somebody like Taraji, who you would think, is doing well, sounds like she has to work just to survive, just to maintain, what she has. And of course, the more money you make, the bigger the bills are, right? Because you're in a higher tax bracket and more things are coming out, right? and you owe more when it's time to file taxes, right? Because of how much money you've made, right? So I get it. I get her frustration. I get her emotions and how she feels about all of this. And like I said, I just hope that, this gets better for her. I hope this brings awareness. I hope something can happen to where we can stop having this conversation. Because I feel like we keep doing this every single time. We keep having the same conversation over and over and over about unequal pay, about unequal rights, and we're coming here at the conclusion of 2023. And yes, there are more opportunities in some capacity for everybody. However, there still is discrimination, there still is mistreatment, because there's still a breakdown of a significant difference in pay based off of your race and gender, which is completely insane. So there's that. So let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.